Hello and welcome back, Josh, Sam, and anyone else who's watching to You Stay Classy, San Marino. Things are going just about as well as you might expect. We have so far won 3, drawn 1, lost 4. That seems like a pretty good run of form. It's even better if you look at how the form materialized. So you'll remember the draw and the loss on the draw in the last video. We then played 3 games in a row where we were absolutely outclassed. Not so much in the Pavia game. We did okay in that one. But the Parma game particularly and the Padova game, we got absolutely walloped. Before finally turning things around, a header from Vincenzo Zucchetti securing us a 1-0 win over mid-table Nocarina. Nocarina of time, of course. We then beat Bari 4-3 away, which was a pretty insane game. Morelli and Ciardelli both scoring for their first goals of the season, I think. And then Sassuolo, a team who are high-flying in the division after winning promotion last season. We beat them 1-0, a header from Fabrizio Zaffarani securing the win. So yeah, Sassuolo up in 5th there, very good. Now, I had picked out these next 2 games with the sole intention of playing 2 teams that we thought we might be able to beat. The problem being that whilst Monza... I mean, both of them, they're both at the fucking top. Monza were predicted to come 16th, they're currently 4th, and Andria were predicted to come 20th, they're currently top. So, not brilliant for us in terms of recording-wise, but nevertheless I said I'd do it, so we will. Now, what was the other thing? The other thing is we have been through what can only be described as a board takeover. We now have a new manager, a new chairman. Yaman, where is he? Why does it not say his name here? Where does it say that usually? Maybe in staff. Yeah, Mirko Vigano has just taken over. He did that, sorry, not there, landmarks. He did that 2 days ago. Mirko Vigano as the head of a consortium after so it's a few months after Sami from the Sheikh family in Saudi Arabia tried to take over but failed. We now have a new chairman. He has warned me that, so all throughout this process they told me that they were going to replace me with someone else. He's warned me that they still haven't made that decision yet, and that's frustrating, mainly because they haven't given us any more money, at least yet. It did say that the transfer budget would be changed, but they haven't done it yet. Yeah, we're still paying too much money. So yeah, I don't know what we're actually going to do. To be honest, how this is going to affect things. I really don't want to be to have the series end with this. So I think that if we get fired, I might just save and restart, because I don't really want to lose out just because of a board transfer thing. That's not inside our control. Anyway, this is a team that's been doing well for us, so we're going to carry on with it. The midfield, they're not playing brilliantly, but I think it's also taking into account their ratings in the games before that, which is hurting them a bit. So now we have to play a tough game against Andria. They have up front our former boy Salvo Di Nicola, who has scored a lot of goals for them. I wanted to keep him, as you'll remember, but you can see how much money he's on and how much we couldn't afford that. So hopefully he doesn't come back to bite us here. But we'll see. I was asked about him in the press conference pre-match and told them that I like him. So hopefully that will mean that he has mercy on us. Morelli actually has almost as many goals as him, which is quite impressive considering he's only scored in 2 games, I think, this season. Oh, stupid. Sorry, still play with it fast when I'm not recording. Anyway, so so one thing that's changed in the last few games is we're actually having time on the ball a little bit more, and I think we're having a little bit more sort of direct football. I haven't changed anything in the way we're actually playing, but we just seem to be doing things a little better. And Cardelli, we carve out a chance within a minute. Not bad at all. A win here today would really be good. I'd like to get as many points on the board as soon as possible. I imagine there'll be another run in this season where we go 4 or 5 games without winning. So we need to get as many points as we can, especially against teams that even though they are on good form, aren't actually that much better than us. And this Andria team is exactly that kind of side, and Monza as well. Like the teams that we really should be beating, because one imagines that these will drop off a bit towards the latter periods of the season. They might not do, but I expect they probably will. And so getting points off of them now would be just helpful for us. Nascimbeni, Ferrari heads clear. Oh dear, that's so easy. Into Tavelli into Lopez, and Andrea are 1-0 up. At least it wasn't Di Nicola. But yeah, in the last game when we won 4-3, was it? We went 1-0 down and then came straight away back. Could we do it again here? No, because Morelli just... Why would you run the ball off there? Why would you not shepherd out for a corner at the very least? I mean, he had more than enough time to take a touch and turn, but he just chose not to. Fuck! A highly frustrating situation has arisen. Of course, we win 3 games in a row, off camera, and then as soon as we come back, this has all the makings of, what was it? There was a series, and it might have been Swindon, I think, or one of them anyway, where it just felt like every time I recorded, we would lose for a period, and every time we would be off camera, we would win, and that seems to have been how it's going at the moment. Although you have to score that, you have to score that. Ciardelli, okay, Ferrari, Zaffarani up towards Tancredi, who collect easily. Tancredi, though, puts the ball forward. Jovanovic, Morelli, go on. Through to Ciardelli, come on! so frustrated. Zaffarani, I just don't want to go down. And I also worry that bad results in these games right after the takeover might hasten a departure from... because if I get fired, we've achieved nothing in Italy. One of the reasons I came here was I intended to try and get a club all the way from the bottom division to the top, and if we lose out at Serie B, that means I'd have to then start again. So we might just have to... Oh, Vissa. So, I mean, it would probably mean going off to some other division and getting away from Italy for a while, then coming back and trying again from the 4th division sometime in the future with someone who has maybe slightly better finances and slightly better, slightly more reasonable expectations. Because I feel like a team that's never been in this division before coming up in a completely surprised promotion shouldn't really be given the expectation to survive relegation. Why do you not shoot in that position, Ferrari? For God's sake. The right back shoots from here. You've got an open goal and you don't shoot. Fuck. Are you kidding me? Jovanovic. Oh, man. Oh, Avellino's shot smashes the crossbar. Possibly a good save, but I think it was Crossbario. Morelli, come on. Get us a goal, please, kid. Or Zaffarani. Or Morelli. There we go. It's 1-2-1. That's what we want. A little bit of spit came out of my mouth there. That's exciting. But it's okay. Morelli slips in Zaffarani. His shot is saved, but Morelli is able to gobble up the rebound. That's anyone who's listening. That is people discussing chocolate quizzes. And my laptop is booming every time. Go on, Zaffarani. Put us 2-2. Yes, come on. 2-2. Zaffarani. Ugh, we're back in it. All the moaning of the first half is still recorded, but it's still relevant as well. I still believe it, but yeah, come on, 2-2. There's definitely life in this San Marino team. I think, given this, and if we can bring in a couple of good, if we can bring it. Let me just do this quickly because I can't think and speak at the same time. If we can do this, which is why a lot of the things I say absolutely thoughtless. If we can maybe bring in, I don't know, maybe... Oh, go on. If the new board decide to keep me on and then decide to extend the budget a little bit, we could then maybe bring in a couple of youngsters to bolster the squad, and I'm hoping also in January to bring in a couple of loanees, because if we're doing well, well saved. If we're doing well, it's very possible that someone is more likely to give us some of their players without forcing us to take a loan fee or pay a loan fee or what have you. So I'm hoping that happens. Masha, hello. Masha just put her head through the door and tried to scare the shit out of me. That was genuinely terrifying, can I just tell you? She came around the door and she was like, Benny, and I couldn't hear her properly, and I looked round and there was her face just coming through the door, and it was very scary. Say hi to the guys.
Hello.
Oh, Masha, you might be about to see gold. No, you didn't.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
How are you this morning, Masha?
I'm fine. Benny, I woke up at 6 something.
You woke up at 6?
Because I lost my earplug.
Oh no. What, how?
I don't know, it fell off.
Is your knee? Oh, sorry. Anyway. Yeah, genuinely terrifying moment there. Right, we just had an effort cleared out from under the bar there, or on the goal line rather. Lopez, Jérôme Visser has actually picked up a lot since his disastrous first 3 or 4 performances. I'm still trying to find a best place for Estevez. I think he might be more of a central midfielder than a left midfielder. I mean, he clearly is. He doesn't have the pace for wing play, but then, I mean, in our team, no one has anything for any of the positions they play. Ferrari to Visser to Mutari, Zucchetti, Visser to Mutari again, Estevez. Oh, you fool. Okay, what do we do? Maybe we move Estevez out and we put in Secondo. And then possibly we go with Jovanovic off because he's not playing well. Although Colombini has been struggling this season, even though the game thinks he's the better right back, but he's provably not. Just in the sort of the ability and the way he plays. Tavelli to Morelio, Tavelli to Bragalini. He's very big on himself. Likes to talk about his own achievements. No, Di Nicola, you cunt! Fucking hell! What a load of shit. Of course it's that man, Salvo Di Nicola, who scores a late goal for Andria to possibly give them a win. Maybe we can get an equaliser here. Ciardelli crosses. Oh, man, just hit it at the fucking goal. That wasn't going in if you hadn't deflected it. Jesus. Mutari's going to get sent off or something like that. Yellow card, cool. Bragalini. He's going to have a lot to Bragalini about tonight. Tancredi to Di Maria. Tavelli. Come on. Tancredi up to Colombini. Colombini's just absolutely shine. I mean, he's not even good. Di Nicola's not even good. He was good 2 divisions back and maybe even in the division below, but he's not a Serie B player. Credelli. I mean, what the hell do I know about Serie B players? Tancredi. Visser gets there. Mutari up to Estevez. Morelli has it now. Morelli into... Just nobody bothers. Why should I? Colombini. Secondo. To Estevez. Come on, man. That's your chance to make yourself a hero. Oh, we could have really done with a point here, guys. We could have really done with a point. They don't need any. They're already top. Get it out, Colombini. Thank you. Not well. Better than that. Morello. Yes, Visser. Morelli. Oh, you fucking... Secondo to Zaffarani. Mutari. Plays the ball forward to the back of his head. Nice. Oh, okay. So we lost out narrowly 3-2 to league leaders. Andrea. That's annoying. But we're only 3 points off the bottom. Monza looked like they lost though, so that's good, or possibly they drew, but still it's going to help us. That's highly frustrating. Did Monza lose? Did they even play? They didn't play. scouting all my old players because he's unhappy at Napoli. He's obviously never, ever, ever in the history of the world going to come to us. Although apparently he's only 1 star better than Jerome Visser, which that sort of strikes me as unlikely. But, I mean, I don't think a left-back is really the one thing that is going to change this season for us. We've conceded 41 goals in 17 games. That's maybe a new left-back would help us then, but I think it's probably more like new goalkeeper, 2 new centre-backs, a right-back and a left-back, plus 4 new midfielders and 2 strikers. That would probably fix the issue. I wonder how, because I think this happened, the takeover thing happened at Western, and I think it also happened at Swindon, where a new board came in, took over, said they'll give me some time to prove whether or not I should be still the manager, and both times then I was in pretty good form and was able to convince them to let me stay. The question is, the fact is we're now in a position where we're not going to be doing well every week. Dear, I'm Samson Spore. I've never played in Turkey before. I wonder how fun that might be. Anyway, I'm just, every time it comes through, I'm waiting for it to tell me I've been sacked, because it doesn't give you any. I know in the newer games you get to go in to have like board meetings, and you can sort of pitch to save your job for a while before they sack you. But here in this game, you just get sacked. Okay, they did lose their last game. They're favourites, but to be honest, there's no reason for them to be. Except for that we're worse by a lot. Although not even necessarily by a lot. Okay, San Marino versus Monza. Let's just check those messages in case the board has something to tell me. Because sometimes it will tell you, like, oh yeah, the board, like that. I fully expect him to just randomly one day say, oh yeah, you've got 2 games to save your job, which will be very frustrating, I think. I'm going to leave the team as it is again. I don't know what the hell. So last time around, Mutari didn't do well, but then again, we did lose. And the only player I'd prefer to bring in would be Giacomelli. It's hard to tell. I think we clearly have a problem at right back. We clearly have a problem at left midfield. We clearly have a problem central defensively. Okay, the good thing is we're away, so this is not such a... Everybody's going to be thinking we're going to lose. But they play in this formation. That does tend to mess us up a little bit. Even though last year we had no problem against it at all. This game feels really slow. What's going on here? Smashes over from Salah. Monza 0, San Marino 0. That's good. We've only kept 1 clean sheet all season. And that continues today as Salah scores after 4 minutes. My glasses fell off my face because I was massaging my eyes with my knuckles with such vigour. Oh, good. It's going to be one of those games. Okay, the ball is headed on Di Bonito. I thought he was going to dally on the ball a bit more there. What's with all these newly promoted teams doing really well? How come everyone else can do really well and we are like completely hamstrung in terms of our budget? I mean, fuck off, Batista. I don't get it. I don't know why we have been cursed to... Because with Lviv, for example, they gave us a massive budget as soon as we got promoted. I'm such a whiny bastard. But seriously, this is very frustrating. What do they expect from me? And then none of the fans come either. We still only get about 50% of the stadium full, and that's with nearly 48% of those are season ticket holders. Bertolini, Ferrari's ball forward, but Foti saves. Get out. That's a goal kick. Dossi. Oh, Jesus. See, I mean, if we finished 15th at the end of the season, I'd be happy. But you've got to think that teams like Palermo, who were predicted to come top, will probably improve. Empoli is the team we lost to, and they're bottom now. Maybe there's enough crappy teams in this division to stay up. I was sort of discussing that. Oh, come on! He's been sent off as well. Cool. Great. Thanks, Morelli, top scorer. What? Fucking rubbish. What a... Ball come... No, get out. God. Yeah, well... Equime. Even if we do stay up, I mean, we would have to... Oh, fuck! You would have to hope that the prize money is sufficient that we can actually use it to build the club, because we're not going to make any money out of any of these players. Maybe Jovanovic. But I think potentially we could sell Ferrari and Villamors as well. They would both probably get some money for us. But we're just going to have to chalk this one up to experience, I think. Going to be a bit of a smashing, methinks. I can feel it coming. Just, can we try and get a goal or something, make it a little bit more respectable, so that we don't... Yes, well done, Abatista, you prick. Yeah, well, part of those things not going right is our central defensive... Shut up, Wheatland, with your words. A striker getting sent off after fucking 20 minutes. Or 30 minutes, whatever. Gee. Dossi, Foti. Are we going to give away a penalty? No. Although... we're so bad at game. Mutari. Okay, come on. Ciardelli. You've got it all to do on your own because there's no one else. Zacchetti to Vissa. Mutari. Zacchetti. One thing I did genuinely consider in the middle of the poor run of that 4 losses in a row was potentially mixing it up by putting a defensive midfielder and taking away one of our strikers. So playing 4-5-1, but with a deeper defensive midfielder, because that usually works in lower divisions on Football Manager as I'm aware from having watched or having read various threads. I've never found it to be very useful because it makes it hard to score goals. That said, we concede so many, we might need to do something. But we don't have anyone to play there, you know. So yeah, there's all these things that we could do. I don't know. Get it out, come on. Keeper went for that. Why did the keeper go for that? He was just leaving the... No. Let's not get completely pumped, can we, please? I asked you, can we not? Thank you, Estevez. Ciardelli, now you've got to do all of it yourself, so thank you. I'll just come back when you've scored. Ciardelli passes to Estevez. Oh, he just shoots. No composure in any of the team. Like, just take a moment, look up and pass the ball. Vandenbar, thank you. Bertoni. Abatista, Dossi, Di Bonito, come on. Great ball through, Abatista, oh, he heads it over. It's a concern. Are we still lucky enough to be outside of the relegation spots? Yeah, we are. In fact, we haven't even dropped a spot. So I assume because everyone else is just doing equally terribly, or are we the only team playing? Yeah. Parma. Okay, Estevez puts the ball in. Colombini, of course, not Colombini anyway, it was Chabella. What's his name? Ciardelli. Anyway, what a load of rubbish. Have we even had a shot on target? I don't think. Have we even had a shot? We've had one shot on target, 2 shots. Rubbish. Okay, Mutari, Visser. That fucking Andrea game really has annoyed me because go on, because it stopped a run of form which was going quite well. Oh, Ciardelli heads over. I mean, you've got to score, mate. It stopped us when we were on a good little run, and I don't know when we're going to get another chance to have another good little run. And we only won 3. You know. Oh God. Okay, well, unlucky. There's very little you can do when you've had a man off after 30 minutes. Okay. All right. So let's. Yes. Well, it's his own stupid fault, but I can't do anything to upset him because I did. It was uphill. Really impressive. Yes. Well, he's going to be back in the side because we've only got 2 strikers. Let's look at the fixture. So, if we can get when do we play Benevento? Where are Chievo? Chievo are a good side, right? Oh, no, Chievo are down here as well. All right, let's do that then. Let's go with. So there's going to be more videos this season. Let's go with Benevento Chievo. In between them, we have another few games against teams around the bottom, I think, and maybe we can be in a better position when we next meet. But yeah, we'll come back for Benevento Chievo. So have a good one, guys. Bye.